Hey, what's going on, all you fantastic, amazing people and fellow Fallout fans? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about Fallout 76, and even more specifically, I want to talk about how can Fallout 76 be redeemed. And what I mean by that is that in this video, I want to take time to talk about what steps I think Bethesda Game Studios can take in order to redeem Fallout 76. Now, before I move any further with this video, I want to say I'm not hating on Fallout 76 or bashing on Fallout 76. If you guys are looking for someone who's going to hate on this game or something like that, unfortunately that's not going to happen in this video. Many of you know that I have been supporting Fallout 76 from the beginning. I think it's a good game, and I truly do believe that this will become a great game through updates, but I think it'll take a while to get to that point. And before we can get to that point, and in order to get to that point where the game is great, I think Bethesda Game Studios needs to take a few steps, and I'm going to share those steps with you in this video. So the first thing I think Bethesda Game Studios can do in order to redeem Fallout 76 is a simple apology. I'm not talking about Bethesda Game Studios giving into the hate or anything like that. I'm talking about a simple letter that says, hey guys, listen, we had a vision for Fallout 76 at launch. However, what came out wasn't our vision. It was bogged down by technical issues, bugs, and glitches. We apologize for that, and we're hard at work on it. And we're constantly basing this game based off community feedback. And we truly want to shape a Fallout 76 world based off your community feedback. If they did that, I think that would be absolutely amazing, not only for them as a company, but for us as a community, because it's the truth. It's pretty clear that the Fallout 76 developers had a vision for this game at first, and that vision was bogged down by technical bugs, issues, and glitches. And it is true that they want to base this game based off player feedback. Pete Hines said that a very long time ago when the game was first announced. And if you look at all the updates that they have put towards the game, a lot of them are community feedback ideas. Player vending, new public events, nuclear winter, vault raids, legendary vendor, pretty much all the main chunks of content that have come to Fallout 76 have been community ideas. I mean, heck, think about Wastelanders, an absolutely huge DLC on the way for Fallout 76 that's supposed to add NPCs, quest, side quest, new weapons. It's supposed to add instanced areas that essentially are your own little part of the world, if you will, where no one else could influence what goes on there, and how choices and consequences are gonna come back with Wastelanders. Bethesda Game Studios talked about how that wasn't even on their radar. That's not even something they were looking at doing, but through community feedback, they thought of the idea for Wastelanders. So they are truly trying to shape this game based off community feedback, and a simple apology like the one I talked about just a second ago, I think would do the community great and Bethesda Game Studios great. They have yet to do so. I have seen little sentences here and there of them saying, oh, thank you for sticking with us through all the trouble and stuff like that, but no real apology, and I really think there needs to be one. So, the second thing I think Fallout 76 can do in order to improve is fix the game bugs, glitches, technical issues, and stability problems it has. Now, what I mean by bugs, glitches, stability problems, performance problems is exactly that. I'm talking about all kinds of bugs and glitches. Bugs and glitches that affect the building system, the crafting system, weapon system, armor system, power armor, bugs and glitches that affect, quest, legendary weapon drop rate, exploiters in nuclear winter and in survival mode, duplicators in nuclear winter and survival mode. Pretty much any bug, issue, glitch, technical problem that you can think of, I think Fallout 76 really needs to address them because there is a lot of them. Now, I think Fallout 76 or Bethesda Game Studios does a really good job at fixing a lot of them, but there are a lot more out there which need to be fixed. And in my honest opinion, Bethesda Game Studios should put like an entire patch aside simply dedicated to fixing the bugs, issues, glitches, and technical problems this game has. Now, don't think I'm saying every bug, glitch, or issue needs to be fixed. Nothing like that, because that would be impossible. It just needs to be better than it is right now. And I think we could all agree if Fallout 76 had less bugs, glitches, and technical problems, it would be a huge quality of life improvement for Fallout 76 players, and people would play it a lot more than they do now. Because, in my personal experience, I have never ran into anything too game-breaking. I have not ran into anything game-breaking recently. When this game first launched, I ran into a power armor glitch where I couldn't exit the power armor, and I moved like I had power armor on and had none of the benefits of having power armor on. And it was horrible, and I lost a level 90 character that way. No matter what I do, I couldn't take it off. No matter what updates came out and stuff like that, I couldn't get out of the power armor, and it absolutely sucked. And I lost a level 90 character that way. I haven't ran into anything game-breaking since, but I have ran into little small bugs, glitches, stability problems, where I get disconnected from a server, where my gun won't fire when I try to shoot it, where my inventory will be glitched, and I gotta kind of double hit tab or go into the Pip-Boy twice or use something twice even though I've tried to use it already. Issues with crafting system, the building system in the game. I ran into plenty of bugs, issues, and glitches while playing this game, but nothing major to turn me off from the game except for the power armor glitch in the beginning. But just because I haven't ran into anything major doesn't mean that these problems are not out there. These problems are clearly out there because I've ran into a couple of them, and I think they need to be fixed and addressed in order for Fallout 76 to be redeemed. I'm not saying everything needs to be fixed, it just needs to be better than it is now. So, the third thing I think Fallout 76 can do in order to redeem itself and improve tremendously is bring more content to the game. Now, when I say content, I'm not talking about new game modes like survival or nuclear winter. What I mean by content is not nuke-a-shine, public events, raids, nothing like that. I mean genuine, actual content. DLC type content. Stuff that's gonna add story missions and possibly even side quests or a new story to discover and new story missions to do and new side quests to do. Something like Wastelanders. Now that's coming up on the horizon, and Wastelanders is supposed to bring some pretty amazing things. NPCs, new quests, side quests, our choices will have actions and consequences. We'll have instanced worlds where essentially we'll have our own little world on the map, if that makes sense. Little areas on the map where other players can't really affect our progress and our story. Everyone is essentially going to get their own story according to Bethesda Game Studios. And Wastelanders looks fantastic and sounds fantastic, and I think that type of content needs to come more often rather than little small stuff like camera system and stuff like that. I think Bethesda Game Studios would be much better off focusing on large DLCs like Wastelanders and adding real content to the game, in my honest opinion. And to be honest, at this point in time, we should have already had 2 Wastelander sized DLCs, in my opinion. The game's almost been out for a year now, and I truly do think we should have had a lot more content by now than we already do. But I believe in a few years we'll have a lot of content to explore and do, but we need more. And I think something that Fallout 76 can do to redeem itself is stop focusing on little small content like camera and stuff like that, and add stop the public events are cool and stuff like that. That's all good, but focus more on adding content like Wastelanders rather than little small things. And that's the third thing I think Fallout 76 can do in order to be redeemed. And the fourth thing I think Bethesda Game Studios needs to do in order to continue to make this game better, in order to continue to make this game great, in order to redeem this game, is continue what they're doing now really perfectly, and that's listening to community feedback. Sometimes they don't always get the idea right, but they have listened to community feedback, and if you look at a lot of the content that's come out since launch, a lot of that content is based off community feedback, and I really think they should continue to listen to community feedback in order to shape the game. And if they do that, I have no doubt in my mind that in a couple of years from now, we'll have a truly great game on our hands. So, in my honest opinion, in order for Fallout 76 to be redeemed, I think Bethesda Game Studios needs to take 4 steps. 1, an apology. 2, start fixing those bugs, glitches, and technical issues that are bogging this game down and stopping people from enjoying it to the fullest extent that they can enjoy it to. 3, stop focusing on small little chunks of content and add big updates like Wastelanders every 6 months, every half a year, or every so often. And 4, continue to listen to community feedback, because that is probably their number one asset, the thing that they're doing great, and they really need to continue to listen to that because it's shaping this game really well. And I would like to see them continue to listen to community feedback. Anyways, in my opinion, those are 4 things that Fallout 76 needs to do in order to be redeemed. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I love each and every single one of you. I hope to see you guys right back here tomorrow. But until then, remember to stay freaky. And bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.